Hey everybody, how's it going? Josh here. We are going to talk about the Elementals today, which are the presumed group of antagonists that will appear in Spider-Man Homecoming 2, aka Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, this is a group of characters that actually does exist in Marvel Comics, but I don't think it's going to be the version we get in the movie, because while Mysterio is not listed as the antagonist on the kind of synopsis released, it's kind of presumed that he will end up becoming the antagonist. And I don't know the exact plot line they're going to go with in the movie, but it kind of sounds like he wants to be a hero. So it's kind of like Syndrome almost, like he presents a scenario that allows him to become the hero, and that's kind of a facade basically, and he'll get busted for it. The group of characters are just called the Elementals. They don't really say exactly what consists of the Elementals as a group of presumed supervillains in this movie, but if you look up Elementals Marvel Comics, you get something that talks about Hellfire, Hydron, Magnum, and Zephyr. And this is actually really interesting to me because Hellfire appeared on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, if you look at Spider-Man comics and you look at a lot of his rogues gallery, the villains that consist of who he fights on a regular basis, you can actually easily make a team of Elementals from it. I think for water, the most obvious one is Hydro Man. For Earth, you could do Sandman. I think Sandman's a character that definitely Sony would like to put back in the Marvel Comics universe, just because, Sony is kind of Sony, and they want to do the Sinister Six movie still, presumably with Michael Keaton's Vulture now. If that's the case, then they're going to need more characters, and Sandman regularly has appeared in the Sinister Six franchise. The only question is, if these are supposed to be characters that are made up as a facade by Mysterio, then I don't really see how you would transition them beyond this one movie, because presumably they wouldn't even be real, unless Mysterio literally makes supervillains, which in that case would be kind of crazy. And now we get to kind of Wind and Fire. So for Wind, I was really thinking about it, and the character that I kept going back to, which isn't necessarily a Spider-Man specific villain, but he's definitely tangled with Spider-Man and characters like Spider-Man, and that's Whirlwind. And Whirlwind he's very closely tied to Blizzard, and Blizzard in the comics has already appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., kind of like Hellfire. So I definitely think that you could really do Whirlwind as kind of like the wind elemental. And for Fire, I think the most likely thing they're going to go with here, while it would be really cool to see Jim Hammond, Human Torch, in this movie, I think relating to Spider-Man, they'll probably do Molten Man. Molten Man's a character that I really like also, so these characters are a group of elementals in the movie. I like all these characters. I definitely like, I'd say Molten Man a lot more than the others. I think Sandman we've done before, but not really super comic accurate, so I'd be interested in seeing him done again. And the same goes for a character like Hydro Man. We haven't really seen that in live action. Also Whirlwind, we haven't seen in live action. I'm kind of curious about exactly, like, if they do this, what are the scenarios of which they're going to be presented to us? Is it going to be a strictly illusionary type thing by Mysterio, which would be the probably most likely scenario because it's kind of Mysterio's MO. It's hard to tell until we get our first trailer, but comment below your guys' thoughts. What do you think the Elementals are going to be in this movie? Do you think it'll be a one-off kind of thing like illusions, or do you think it'll literally be characters? And we'll see you guys later.